We are going to be creating a grid over your printed bird composition, just like the ticker from your grid practice. Now there are two ways to do this. The first way is cutting out your picture and folding it to get your grid lines, and the other will be measuring. So first we're going to do the cutting techniques. So get a pair of scissors and cut along the edge of your printed picture. Now that your bird is cut in half, we are going to fold it to make your grid line. So you're going to line up carefully the corners, fold it once, and then fold it. You're going to unfold it, and you should have 4 different sections, and then we're going to do the same thing the other way. Now you should have a grid, folded papers. I would go over these with your pencil or a pen so that you can see them better. Right. So now this is gridded, and our next step is to grid your large paper. Now before you actually start gridding, you want to have your paper the same orientation as your picture. So if your picture is tall and your birds are going this way, you want to flip your paper out. And you also want to check the corner to make sure that the dimensions are the same. So you'll put your picture in one of the bottom corners and use a ruler to go across the corner. All of the corners should line up or be pretty close, like that. Now if your picture lines up like this, then let me know, because we are going to mark here and then cut your extra off. Now because we cannot fold our drawing paper like we did small paper, we are going to have to measure to create our grid. First thing, you want to make sure you're drawing very lightly on your paper, like where you can barely see it, because we're going to erase your grid at the end. I'm going to draw a little darker so that you can see it on the camera. So first thing, measure the top of your paper. So mine is 16 inches across, which most people's will be. We're going to put a mark halfway, so at 8 inches. So a small one. And then we want to mark the 4th points. So half of 8 is 4. And then we're going to mark one at 12. Should look like this. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the paper and we're going to do the same thing. So mark it. 12, 8, and 4. Now if you've ever tried to draw a straight line and it ended up being a diagonal line when you're done, that's easy to happen. So we made these guideline dots so that we can just very easily connect to them. So line your ruler up and then draw or all 3 points. Alright, so I drew my lines connecting the dots. So now I have 4 sections. I'm going to turn my paper this way and do the same thing. Line up at the bottom. It's 12 across. So halfway is 6. And then 3. And then 9. Now my ruler moved a little bit, so I'm going to remark 3. Same thing at the top, and then you will connect your lights. Alright, so now my grid is done, and I'll put my photo back. You can see I should be able to scale up very easily, just like we did the grid practice. When you get this far, pick a section to start with. I would start with one of the ones on the end. In this case, I'd start with this guy. If you want to label your boxes like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do that if it's easier to keep track of where you are that way. Remember, you're drawing really, really lightly, where you can barely see it, because we're going to be putting color on these and erasing the grid.